Rio Ferdinand urges Man United to sign new Michael Carrick and upgrade on Fred. Manchester United legend Rio Ferdinand has told his old side to search for a Fred upgrade in the final hours of the transfer window. The Brazilian has started all three of United's Premier League fixtures so far, but struggled in their most recent clash with Wolves at Molineux. Mason Greenwood's late goal earned Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side another win, but for much of the afternoon they were overrun by the hosts, particularly in midfield. Fred has come in for plenty of criticism in recent times, and Ferdinand believes a different type of midfield player could make all the difference in their title tilt. Fred, his attributes physically to be able to cover the ground and make tackles are really good, he told his Vibe with 5 YouTube channel. In that role, for me, you need someone who can orchestrate. Not only with the ball, I'm talking without the ball. He can position himself to stop trouble before it comes. A Michael Carrick, a Sergio Busquets, Fernandinho does it. People that can sit in their position. You haven't got to fly everywhere at 100 miles per hour, but they're in a position to stop the ball getting into these danger areas. They're an obstacle. I don't think he's enough of an obstacle. He gets off the leash, goes and smells trouble and flies out sometimes. That's not necessarily the best way to put out that situation. Ferdinand suggested that United need to land a player who has more positional discipline, with Solskjaer reluctant to remove the double pivot in front of his back four, even with the arrival of Raphael Varane. He added, I think sometimes positionally, that's where someone like Fred lets himself down. That's not to discredit him too much, because some of the work he does is really good. But I think they need someone in there who can see the game better, who's more controlled, who's more calculated in their positioning and decision-making from a defensive perspective. West Ham and Wolves stars Declan Rice and Ruben Neves have been the two midfield players most heavily linked with a deadline day, although both deals look unlikely. The Hammers are adamant they will keep hold of Rice, despite his reluctance to sign a new contract, while Wolves are holding out for £50 million for Portugal international Neves. Eduardo Camavinga was another name touted as a potential signing, but the 18-year-old is now closing in on a move to Real Madrid after agreeing a deal